Salweta. Today we're going to talk about adjectives, and we've talked about adjectives before, those little words that describe nouns, but today we need to go into a little bit more detail. We need to talk about something called comparison of adjectives. You're going to want to set up 3 columns for something called positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. This is true also in English. The positive degree is just the base meaning of the adjective: tall, short, blue, hot, cold, things like that. The comparative degree in English we do with the suffix er or the word more. Something is taller, faster, more beautiful. And the superlative degree is something we do with est as a suffix or the word most: fastest, tallest, prettiest. Now when it comes to Latin, we've actually already dealt with the positive degree. It's the adjectives that end in us, a, things like magnus, magna, magnum, big, or altus, alta, altum, tall, those that use the first and second declension endings, or the adjectives that use third declension endings, the is, e adjectives, like fortis, fortis, forte, meaning brave, or omnis, omnis, omne, meaning all. The comparative degree in Latin is easy to recognize. It either has the letters IOR on the end or IOR in the middle. And notice the dash on one side or on both sides there in your notes. It's either a suffix, IOR, or the IOR is in the middle of the word and followed by third declension endings. The superlative degree is also easy to recognize. It will have a double S, a double L, or a double R in it, and will use first and second declension endings. Now let's take an example. We've got 2 boys here and they're having a conversation. Puer unus says mater mea est pulchra, bragging a little bit. Puer duo, he's not going to be outdone. He says mater mea est pulchrior. And the first boy says mater mea est pulcherrima in terra. So copy those 3 sentences and underline the adjective in each. Pause the video while you do. In the first sentence, you should have underlined the word pulchra, in the second pulchrior, and in the third pulcherrima. Now use your notes and see if you can figure out what this little dialogue means. Pause the video while you do. You should have come up with something like this. The first boy says, "My mother is beautiful," or pretty, whichever you prefer. The second boy, not to be outdone, he says, "My mother is more beautiful," or prettier. And the first boy, well, he's going to make sure he wins this argument. He says, "My mother is the most beautiful," or if you prefer, the prettiest, "in the world." And that really is all there is to say about the comparison of adjectives. Waleta.